Hey, welcome
Brief
call of the
recap.
pen. We're welcome to the second round of the playoffs. Steve, I was 4 for 4 yesterday. I was 0 for the other game 2. I was 0 for 4 the first day, so I'm due for I think positive regression coming up. What do you got on all sweeps? Very surprising. We had all sweeps, not even very exciting games.
Yeah, kind of a shocker, isn't it? But once you
Yeah.
saw, there's a couple games where, like for instance, the Rays and Texas, you just knew Texas was going to win. It was obvious. The Rays came out flat game 1, equally as
Yeah.
maybe worse game 2.
Yeah.
A couple missed plays, and pitching wasn't great. I mean, it was just all Texas Rangers. So a little bit of a shocker initially, but yeah, I mean, obviously, I think the right teams move forward. I think the biggest shock for me was Arizona.
Yeah,
I'm a
well,
little bit
like
surprised.
we talked about their bullpen, and their bullpen held up, but Milwaukee just does not have any firepower in their lineup. And
Yeah,
it sucks.
no,
They're always a good
Milwaukee's
playoff team.
offense
They're going to
is
get to the
definitely their
playoffs.
Achilles heel, especially
They
in
just do not. The Brewers do not build World Series rosters, though. That's the problem.
right. Other than signing Yelich to that deal years ago now, which is crazy. It seems like yesterday. Man, we're getting old. They haven't really done like a ton to bolster that offense. I mean, it's just like we're just going to mix and match here. It's just a classic strong pitching team where we're going to have good starting pitching and good bullpen. And if we score enough runs, we get like 1 or 2 runs on the board. Maybe that's a little low. If we get 3 or 4 runs on the board, that's going to hold us out for a dub. And that's been their formula over the years. But I don't see that. That's not a World Series roster.
No, it wins you the division. Obviously, the Central is pretty weak. You win the
On
division,
both
but you're not
sides.
going deep in the playoffs. It's too bad.
On
I
both
don't think
sides. That's why you don't think Council what?
I don't think Council comes back. I think either he takes it to the house or he moves to New York to try to like actually win. I mean, the writing's on the wall. They don't have a World Series roster. And if you want to actually win the World Series, you got to go somewhere else.
Yeah, but he's a Brewer through and through. And unless he goes and coaches the Marlins or something like that. But
Never know.
But the Marlins. I mean, Skip Schumacher did a great job with that team this year.
He did.
Yeah,
Well,
he'll be there.
We were a playoff team not too long ago, so it's not like he had so much work to do.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
The first winning, you have a winning season that year. First winning season since Nom. No, you didn't. You were below 500 or dead even. You were dead even.
We were above 500. We were above 500. Don't take that away
from
us.
I'm pretty sure I saw a stat. This is the first winning season in like since 2016 maybe or beyond.
2020.
No.
Go back and look. Even go watch the Derek Jeter biography or what documentary. He even says they bring up the 2020. He goes, I don't care what anyone says, 60 games or not. So if Derek Jeter says it, then I don't care what anyone says.
I don't have. You're right. All right. It does count. 31 and 29. You're right. I thought you were wrong for some reason. I was gonna be so excited if you were on the team and you were wrong. You were 2 games above 500. Congrats. You did it.
Yeah. What was your record?
That year, the White Sox were pretty good that year. I didn't contribute.
They were. They sent you to the couch early.
I was the mop-up guy real fast. We had guys throwing 100 all over the place. So I was like, all right, I'm done.
All right,
anyways,
so Marlins got outclassed by Philly. Philly is just on a mission. They got outclassed. This next series would be amazing. I cannot believe what I watched in the Toronto and Twins game. Everyone's already talking about it, but I just cannot believe it.
Mm-hmm. Well, both parts. The pickoff at second. I mean,
oh yeah, that happens.
That was unbelievable though. Yeah. Like at second and third.
Yeah, great play.
I mean, it was a great play.
Well, okay, we got $130 million starter on the mound. You brought him in for a reason. You traded for him for a reason.
Yeah,
he's absolutely dominating the game. He's at like 40-something pitches. He's in the 4th. The leadoff guy, their best hitter, has a great at bat, and he's out of the game.
Yeah,
for a starter that hasn't relieved in over a year.
I don't know. They didn't deserve the win. after that move. And
No,
actually,
no,
and the day before with Gosman, they did the same. I shouldn't say the same thing. Very similar thing. You have your horse on the mound. He's only at like 73 pitches or whatever, and you yank him and he's pulled out of the fourth.
yeah.
Like, come on.
Why is he on the team?
I don't know. That's like worse than college baseball. You know, like it's every starter has the shortest leash ever in college baseball, even if you're the dog. And I mean, it was embarrassing, man. Like it was tough to watch.
Well, we talked about it the day before that when they were warming up a guy in the second, the third, and the fourth. So they're obviously in full panic mode. Something's wrong. Something's going on in Toronto. That roster's too good. There's too many years in a row where they just screw it up. They're so analytical.
They're so
I don't
good.
know how Don Mattingly sat there at a bench coach with a straight face because there's no chance he would do that if he was a manager.
Yeah, you played for him.
Yeah, the guy's awesome. Anyways.
Yeah.
So let's go over to NLDS. We'll go Rangers Orioles first game. Now, first of all, I want to hear your rankings on these bullpens before we get in the round. Before we cover some of the games.
I mean, well, we'll start with the Orioles. I got them having the best bullpen in the playoffs, or amongst these playoff teams. Yeah, the Cano dude's really good. Their bullpen, even without the big guy, I think they led the league in ERA this year, if I'm not mistaken. No, they were fifth. I have
Dodgers?
So I had the Yankees.
Oh wow, man!
Yeah, the Yankees had a good bullpen, but the Dodgers were ahead of them. So was Milwaukee. But I think Cano. I like Cano in the ninth better than who is it? Phillips with the Dodgers in the ninth inning. So that's why I chose them ahead of the Dodgers. If you're going off the ERA, but I have O's, Dodgers. It's tough after this. Philly and Atlanta are a toss-up for me, but I'd say Philly, then Atlanta, then Arizona. I mean, it gets pretty tight with those three teams, I feel like, because they're all solid. I mean, Arizona's bullpen, I think, is sneaky good, despite their team, 4.22 or bullpen 4.22 ERA during the season. I think their bullpen's better than that because a lot of those guys who had a higher ERA, they've been throwing really well at the end of the year. Plus, they traded over and brought some guys over like Thompson, and obviously Sewald's a huge one. Like having him in the ninth is, I mean, he can go because he's the type who'll take the ball in the eighth inning, or he can be a fireman too if you need him to be. But he's just electric. I love watching him pitch.
What was impressive about them? I thought for sure Sewald was gonna have to go 2 innings that day, and they brought in this little lefty, like a rookie lefty. And a huge spot. And I mean, huge spot. He just got called up in September. Good stuff. Good little 93 sinker with a good breaking ball. Got the job done. Sinkers do play in the playoffs.
No, you don't say. So, anyways, I think, you know what I was just thinking about now, as you were saying that, the O's have a really young bullpen, with no playoff experience. So this is going to be a huge test for them. I think they might be the most talented, but I think Philly, Arizona, Atlanta, and I would say Houston are all a toss-up. Like I would take any one of those bullpens any day, right?
Well, I need to order, Steve. The question was rank them. There's no
okay.
toss-up.
O's, Dodgers, Philly. All right.
Okay.
And I'm going Atlanta, Houston, Arizona, Twins, Rangers.
Ooh, Twins. You get the Twins on the 7th?
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're a good bullpen, but there's other than the Rangers, everyone's bullpen is pretty stout, man.
Yeah, that's why they're there.
Uh-huh.
One of the main reasons why they're there.
So I'm gonna flip flop that around. Let's write that down. Anyways, I'll get on that later. Okay, but yeah, that's. What about you? What do you got?
I'll do. Man, I don't even think the Dodgers have any lefties. I'll go. First off, I'm going to go experience. So I'm going to go Astros number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go Astros, Phillies, Dodgers, Orioles, D-backs. Who's left? Twins? Yeah, Twins.
Yep, Twins.
And then Rangers.
You forgot one.
Who did I forget?
Atlanta.
I'd put them. Yeah, who did I go for? I went Astros, Dodgers,
No, you went Houston, Philly,
Houston, Philly,
L.A.,
L.A.,
O's.
O's. I put them after the O's.
All right.
So 5.
Okay. All right.
See how that plays out.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. All right. So who you got winning game 1? Texas, Baltimore.
Well, Baltimore is going to be nuts. I don't know who's starting for Texas. That's the problem. I can't even say it. They don't know who's starting.
Yeah. Yeah, and Bradish is pretty solid. Oh, so it means another young guy. I mean, all this for the O's is going to be a huge test.
Yeah, I think the
I
Rangers
think
are on a heater now. Like, I doubted them flying across the country, but you just went into Tampa was garbage, so Tampa had nothing for them. But they're on a heater. They're feeling good about themselves. But the problem is that bullpen's going to come in. This isn't Tampa, right? This is Baltimore. The stadium's going to be nuts.
Yeah,
Those relievers are going to come in, and I'd say they could take the lead in the late innings and then give it up. So I'm going to take the O's late rally.
Yeah. Okay, me too. I mean, it's just for everything you basically just said. I mean, we don't know who Texas starter is going to be. Baltimore is going to be insane, and I think these young guys. I mean, you could tell all year they played in the best division in baseball, and they came out on top when it was like time to, shut it down. They're holding off Tampa, and they didn't even flinch, dude. So to me, that just shows that they can handle it.
They rally late too. They don't not give up. That team's tough.
Yep, they're tough. All right, Twins and Astros.
With Verlander starting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't.
Verlander doesn't have a crazy playoff pedigree, but then you're facing Ober.
So this guy's making his first playoff start on the road in Houston, tough ballpark. I already said Houston has the best bullpen because of their experience, so I got Houston winning game 1.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Houston's got better bullpen, better starting pitching, better offense.
Yeah.
I told you Houston would win that, by the way. And then when I said that, they went on a skid.
I've ever seen.
They won it.
You're right. They won.
Championship team, man. They found a way.
And all right. And I was totally going to rub that in your face as the Rangers won too. So what a meltdown that was.
Here's a big one I'm looking forward to.
This is a series.
Yeah.
This is the series.
Philly and Atlanta. Oh, man.
Rangers Suarez against, it's going to be either Spencer Strider or Max Fried. But Ranger has averaged 6 innings his last 4 starts against them, and in his last 4 starts, he's only given up 2 runs.
Wow. You know what's funny is you looked that up, and I looked up how Atlanta hits against left-handed pitching this year. They're hitting almost 300 on the season. But Suarez has held him in check, so it's like, wow. Coin flip.
Got a good changeup. Got a good changeup.
Yeah. So you're gonna go with Suarez on this one?
Yeah, he's got big balls too.
Yeah.
Well, just saying.
I know. I mean, yeah. So you're taking Philly. I mean. Oh yeah, he's got big balls. No way. I meant, so you're taking Philly? Yeah, go. I'm trying to talk you into taking Philly so I can take Atlanta.
Well, that's a tough call, but I'm gonna go Philly because they're on a mission right now. I just don't know who's starting. I'm gonna say if Spencer Strider is starting, I will take Philly. If Max Fried's starting, I'll take the Braves.
I thought they had Strider on the slate. Did I not see that? Oh, I guess you're right.
I'm looking right now. It says to be determined, so I don't know.
Man,
at least the app says that.
I thought I saw that Strider was starting. I'm probably wrong now. Because I was going to say Atlanta's going to win game 1. They're going to lose game 2. That's what my prediction was going to be. I'm just going to stick with it, just so we can be different on one. I just like it. Yeah, they're both bullpens are a coin flip. They're both so good. I like Philly. I think Philly's got a slight edge on the bullpen.
Yeah.
Atlanta's offense got the edge on them, but Philly's obviously coming out hot. The only thing that worries me is Atlanta's been sitting around watching Philly dominate for the last, or for those 2 days. So they've been on a 4-day break, 5-day.
Revenge factor though from last year.
And there you go. They got beat pretty good last year. I'm going
I
Atlanta.
can't take it back.
All right. Arizona and Dodgers. This is gonna be a good one too.
Merrill Kelly, what I've seen, still says to be determined against Kershaw. But I'm gonna ride with the heater. D-backs, athletic, not scared. I'm gonna just wild card it, and I'm gonna take the D-backs game 1.
Nice. I'm gonna go. I'll go LA.
Well, yeah, easy call, Steve. That was a tough one.
No, I'm going. I mean, I want Arizona to win. I'll be rooting for Arizona, but LA is going to win because I don't want to pick the same teams you pick.
If they steal game 1, watch out. I don't even know who the rest of their starters are.
Yeah,
the Dodgers.
I mean, they got a bunch of young guys, man. They're just solid. It's almost like the National League version of the Orioles, minus the fact that they have more veteran guys on the team that have playoff experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, their lineup's so good.
On the offensive side, anyways. And then obviously Kershaw, but even Kershaw's kind of like Verlander in that regard. He's not a huge playoff pedigree. They're two of the best, top 10 pitchers ever, but their playoffs are kind of sketchy.
The D-backs just went into Milwaukee and beat 2 possible Cy Young candidates every year.
Yeah.
With a rookie and Gallen. So
that's why my heart says I want Arizona to win. I think they're going to win, but I'm choosing LA for the sake of I want to have a different record than you, and I want to come out on top.
The only thing that scares me is the D-backs had a ton of traffic in Milwaukee, and Milwaukee just doesn't have the offense to make up for it, and they got lucky, obviously. And I just don't think that happens in LA. Those guys cash in.
But good defense too. I mean, Longoria. To me, Longoria, that's like the game changer for them. That's absolutely deflates your offense. If you're a struggling offense and you hit a rocket and it's going to score 2 runs and it's snagged for a double play, dude.
Yeah.
It's so deflating.
Shuts the whole crowd up. So deflating. Yep. It's so hard to get runners on in the playoffs.
That's baseball, though.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're good.
In a couple of days, and I'll probably be undefeated.
All right. If you're listening to this now, hit us up with any questions about the series or anything you want. We can touch on tomorrow or the next day. Yep.
Yeah. When does it start? Tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Hit us on Twitter, Instagram. I think. Yeah, whatever. We're geniuses. We're 4-0 the other day. We're 0, and Steve was 4-0 the day before. So one of us is going to be right.
You were 0-4. I was 1-3, and then you went 4-0, and I went 3-1. So we're even.
Well, after seeing the games, and I'm like, all right, now I know who's going to win. So now after seeing game 1, I'm just going to go on a heater.
For the sake of not, I'd be choosing all the same team. That's a problem. So we are totally different, but we think alike when it comes to the game. So it's like I got to choose something different than you. So
right
here we are.
All right, here we go. I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother.
Later.
Yep. Enjoy the series.